Hello there, Internet, your favorite fake Brazilian card boy here, and I am back and officially not dead, as some of you may have assumed, since I had not uploaded a video in 6 days. That is a lot in YouTube years. I say years because, you know, it's kind of like dog years in a way. Like, if you don't upload a YouTube video in like a week, it's like I'm gonna go ahead and say the equivalent of 3 months. You know, I totally did not put that numerical comparison out of my ass or anything like that. But yeah, I have not uploaded in a while, and I don't really have a good excuse other than that. You know, I just kind of feel like I needed a bit of a break. Not because I felt like I was overworked specifically, or, you know, I was like super saturated with the game or anything. It's just that I was lacking a little bit of motivation, honestly. I take pride in my videos. I put, you know, work into them. I selecting the games and making sure I give a good balance between wins and losses, and while at the same time showcasing the potential of the decks that I share. And I love what I do, man. The problem is I haven't been as motivated lately because of the fact that we are quite simply 1 month away from not only a new expansion, you know, we've been here before in that regard, but rotation. Like, that's the big thing. The fact that we're having rotation happen, and the fact that a bunch of the cards that we're playing with now are going to be unplayable in Standard, is what affects my motivation in general for making videos. Why so? Well, because on one side, I get a lot of comments asking me to make rotation-proof decks. Like, Mogwai, please make a rotation-proof deck of this. Make a rotation-proof deck of Grixis. Make a rotation-proof deck of that. And I know a lot of YouTubers do this. Nothing against them, but I personally believe it's a really stupid thing to do. Not, again, I'm not judging others for doing it. I think it's good, you know, giving people an idea and stuff, but I just think it's silly. Why? Because those are not the decks that you're going to be playing post-rotation. Because we're getting a new expansion post-rotation. So we're having a shit ton of cards come in that are going to shake the metagame and are going to just change decks completely, going to provide us with new synergies and new potential strategies, and are going to pretty much render the vast majority of rotation-proof decks obsolete. So they're not really rotation-proof at all because of the fact that they're not taking into account the new expansion coming in. So as a deck builder, it's hard to be motivated to try to build a deck, which I know is not going to be a thing ever. Like, not now, because we have cards that I'm ignoring on purpose, and not then because I'm ignoring cards that are going to be there that I can't use now, you know? So I think I made my point pretty, you know, clear, I guess, to a certain extent, yeah. And I'm stuttering a little bit, god damn it. Because I guess, you know, taking a bit of a week, or taking a week off from recording takes a toll on your brain, at least for me, I don't know. Anyways, today we're gonna play some Feather because I do want to upload some videos. I haven't uploaded in 6 days, and I do feel like I want to give you guys some Standard. I'm not gonna be focusing on rotation-proof stuff. I think I gave you the proper explanation for that. I'm just not motivated to do so. So for the remainder month, I think I'll just be doing my thing. I'll be playing a lot of Grixis, I'll be playing a lot of Reanimator, and I'll see if I can innovate some decks later on in the, you know, Standard season, which is a very hard thing to do, but I will try it, you know, and that's the kind of content that you can expect from me. And of course, you know, the collapse and the you know, the man-childness in general that you experience in this channel as we enjoy card games as if we were 12. And thus, this is the deck that we're going to be enjoying today. Some good old Naya Feather, aka Value Town, as I like to call it recently, because if this deck goes off, it is absolute value. Feather has been around in Standard for a bit. The Boros variant of it is more common, more praised by the general competitive player base, but I am a Naya fanboy. I stand my ground, and I firmly believe Naya is overall the more threatening and more powerful deck of the two. And yeah, it can be a little bit more inconsistent because of the fact that our mana base suffers quite a bit. And yes, this deck is sort of going to be rather, I wouldn't say irrelevant, but definitely going to be harder to pull off post-rotation because of the fact that we're losing the likes of Rootbound Crag and Sun Petal Grove and Clifftop Retreat. We're losing the check lands from Dominaria, Ixalan, and Ixalan. which is, you know, a pretty big deal, especially the Sun Petal Grove and the Clifftop Retreat, which we do have 4 of each. And they are really necessary to fixing our mana curve because this is a very demanding deck when it comes to specific colors that we need to cast our spells, because Feather is a very demanding 3-drop, rightfully so. It's a 3-mana 3/4 with flying with a pretty crazy effect, right? It must be difficult to cast. It can't just be like a 2 uncolored mana and 1 color mana sort of thing, because then it would be absolutely broken. And, you know, newsflash, it kind of is OP in a way already. What is Feather? Well, Feather requires 1 red mana, 2 white mana, and the idea with this deck is you want to build up for a very specific turn 4, which can be pretty game-winning on its own, because it enables you to ensure the setup and then just go off and go to Value Town. What is Value Town? Value Town is that sweet, sweet place in which you have, like, I don't know, 47 times the cards your opponent has and options and everything, and they just cry in misery every damn time. That is Value Town. And how do we get there? Well, we get there with this. We get there with Feather alongside God's Willing and Sheltering Light on turn 4. In order to get there, though, we need at the very least 3 sources of white mana. On top of the fact that we need 4 mana to do this, right? That's where it gets a little bit tricky because of the fact that we're playing Naya. That can be easier said than done to pull off. But we do run 3 copies of Paradise Druid to mitigate and enable this as much as possible, and potentially enable this on turn 3, which is the sweet deal. If we can turn 2 Paradise Druid, which has hexproof, and then we turn 3 into Feather, and then have Paradise Druid enabled to tap for a source of white mana to cast either God's Willing or Sheltering Light to protect Feather from incoming removal, then we're talking. Now we go crazy. Now we just start protecting Feather every turn, and we start getting insane value out of her ability. So this is a pretty standard Feather deck. It's my own take on it, though. Like, I have a heavy emphasis on these protective cards. Like, not only are we playing 4 God's Willing, which is pretty much a staple for the deck, as you can see, I'm also main decking 2 Sheltering Lights. Not only do they count as extra God's Willings in a way, they also protect us against specific things which God's Willing does not. Like, for example, Kaya's Wrath, board wipes in general, threats or removal that does not single target Feather. We can protect a Feather and make him indestructible. Sorry, her indestructible. She's a very, very strong independent angel. We can make Feather indestructible with Sheltering Light and thus protect her from that. So I like the fact that I have 6 sources of protection so that I can enable this turn, because I really do think this is a very, very key turn for this deck to have. Once we have that, we have many other perks that come from running Naya. Not only Paradise Druid, which is kind of like a requirement because we're playing Naya. But why are we playing Naya? Well, we're playing Naya because of Domri's Ambush. Domri's Ambush is absolutely nutty in Feather. We can destroy opposing creatures. We can destroy planeswalkers. It just is our source of removal that is also proactively enhancing our power, and it can target anything that our opponent generates. So it is very, very useful, and rarely is it a bad card to have in hand. On top of that, we have Season of Growth, which is kind of like a bad version of Feather, basically, which can also enable us to cycle through our deck and, you know, replace our low-cost unit targeting spells. And that is the deck list right there. We also have Collision Colossus, which can push for tremendous damage. And that is our build here. We have 2 main deck Dento Vanguards, 2 more Dento Vanguards in the sideboard for control matchups. We have Veil of Summer for control matchups and also for Simic Flash, Mono Blue Tempo, etc. to prevent counter spells and also prevent Thought Erasures and single target black-based removal, such as Noxious Grasp, which comes a lot in a sideboard against Feather. We have the likes of Healing Grace for aggro decks, alongside Deafening Clarion, Cindervines for Nexus, and Tocatli Honor Guard to deny any sort of elemental bullshit and non-elemental upon entry effect bullshit. We say no to all that bullshit. Hashtag Tocatli anti-bullshit. Honor Guard is the best. I'm gonna miss you. That's a very long hashtag. I'm sorry, but she deserves it. She's going away, and I am definitely going to miss her because she is a staple in any sort of white-based deck in regards to the sideboard. Fantastic option there, and that is the deck list right here. I'm going to showcase some games that I had in Mythic rank, and I had a bit of a rough start that stream with this deck. I was misplaying quite a bit, but then I got my shit together and I had some very solid games. I don't showcase the games that I had at the beginning in this particular video because they were heavy misplays, and I don't think that makes for good content. It's not about like winning or losing. It's about me showing like quality games that were well played on both sides for the most part. I think that's important, and that's why I chose the games that I chose for today. You know, besides the fact that, you know, I like to stroke to my own ego and stuff. Yeah, you can think that too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a solid day. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and sorry for the absence. And I missed you. Hope you did too, to a certain extent. So yeah, enjoy the games. I'll see you around. When he was at I could have missed lethal. If I did, that's completely on me. I honestly, I didn't see it. I thought I didn't have it because I was thinking about, you know, lethal all the time, but I guess I derped. I honestly can't recall. I don't know if he was at 13. I think it was at 14, and I had like a 7 attack feather, and I was like, there's no way I have lethal. But if I play that, I pump it to 4 to 6. I actually had lethal, yeah. If he was at 14 and I had Legionnaire and I give it God's Willing, 3, 5, 7. Yeah. I actually missed lethal. Well, go me. Go me. All right. I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I could keep these two, or I could just keep the Defiant Strike. I think I can keep one of you and drop the Defiant. No, the Defiant Strike is an engine. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna ride on Feather here. And have this be a little bit of like, yeah, all I need is God's Willing or Sheltering Light, and I can play this on turn 4. I'm gonna wait for him to develop his board a little bit more.
Uncultured. I guess you'll do.
Yeah, this game is on me then, completely on me. Yeah, the series is on me then. I derped. Just not sharp enough.
I bestow a mighty curse.
I think I have to use Defiant Strike here. This loss is on me. If I miss lethal there, then it's just completely my fault. Hey, Ramis. What's up? I'm gonna lead off with a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Thought Erasure. I should have used Defiant Strike, but I do wanna. If he has something like a Moment of Craving or something, I do want to bid it out of him, but I could have used it there. I would have gotten like a lot of momentum. So that's a bit silly on my part. Don't need another one of these. I don't want to play into a Kaya's Wrath, so... I think if he had Kaya's Wrath, he would have gone for it prior, because leaving this alive is extremely dangerous. So I'm assuming he doesn't have Kaya's Wrath in his hand because of his play there. And that's game. So hero, which he may very well take out, but I think he also may not. He also is probably playing maybe Hostage Taker, maybe Deputy Detention, which means that I do want to keep these Reckless Rages, but I do want to add into Vanguards. And I don't know, I mean, Dreadhorde Arcanist was pretty good there, but I would also, I mean, what does Torcatli Honor Guard accomplish here? She stops the Deputy Detention. She stops the Elite Guard Mage. She stops a lot of things. I like Vanguard a lot, though, here. I like Arcanist, too, but how much do I like Arcanist here? Maybe Reckless Rage can drop down 1. And Domri's Ambush as well. I can drop down 1 Dreadhorde Arcanist. 1 Paradise Druid for a couple of Torcatli Honor Guards. Let's try this. Like, I don't dislike. The removal is important this matchup, but maybe I have it. I have a little bit too much of it, maybe. The Legionnaires are important because the haste enables me to deal with, like, not only push damage but also deal with Time Raveler. And I'll keep this. This is good. This is good. Thought Erasure. I know what it'll take out. Ha! Alright, let's play around Teferi Time Raveler. By dropping the Hexproof unit. That also ramps us. I like that Sheltering Light. That God's Willing, sorry. English. Let's go Vanguard. And let's keep the Druid in the back. I mean, do I need to use this when I have Domri's Ambush on that? Could attack with this 3-2, but I would rather keep it. That's why I wanted 4 of these Vanguards in this matchup, obviously, for Kaya's Wrath.
This isn't a fight you can win. I've got it. You'll thank me later. Trust me, I have a plan. Oh, I've done the hero thing before. Only time will tell.
All right. There we go. Took you a while. All right. Not quite redemption, but semi-redemption. I'm going to keep this despite the fact that I am lacking red mana because I have Feather and God's Willing in the same opening hand with 3 sources of white mana, which enables this on turn 4. All I need is a Stomping Ground, a Rootbound Crag, or even I'll take a Druid. I'll fucking take a Druid. I would love a Druid, actually. Like one of those. Just one of those. A Sacred Foundry. See, that's... I don't know about even better, but that's pretty damn good. That Sparkles with me. We could be facing Grixis, which means we could be facing a Thought Erasure. It is Jeskai. Ladies and gentlemen, we are facing Jeskai. We are not going to be playing Feather right now. We're actually going to wait until next turn, in which we can combine it with God's Willing, and once we get that going on, it's going to be very hard to stop for Mr. Magoo here. Or El Mago. I prefer Mr. Magoo. Yep, Jeskai Walkers.
not oppression.
So we can't really answer Saheeli as of now. I could have used Domri's ambush to like double up on her, but I don't really think that's worth it.
Special for you.
I'd rather just play Feather here and just finish off Saheeli next turn. Yeah, one turn she'll get her tokens up, but you know, it shouldn't be anything too fancy here. Wait. Okay, we're fine with this.
Right on schedule. This might be a bad idea.
Oh no, we can't double up. Shit. Alright, so how about we
We live to fight another day.
Well, that didn't pan out.
I mean, that was colorless, right? So I couldn't use that. Should I have killed off the fairy here? Should I have killed off the fairy? I mean, in order to eliminate Feather,
Here we go.
should I could have killed off the fairy. But at the same time, I mean, now that I have another Feather up here, that's fine. I mean, you know, like the problem is you can balance it with another one, but it would make him have to like tuck another Teferi. We could see a big Teferi and him tucking my Feather, which I would be fine with. That's so damn fine, though. That is so magnificent. We just ambush this, and then we clear those two. Well, it's not as easy, actually. Yeah, it is. I could have used it on this, and I could have no, but I wanted to.
Listen to them roar.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Bloodshed.
I could have always used God's Willing here to scry. Yeah, because I do need another red source of mana. I could have used Domri's ambush on this and killed off one of the planeswalkers, and then used God's Willing on this to like make it bypass that, and then just kind of like attack him face with that. I would have been able to clear, but I wouldn't have cleared the 4/4 dragon. But the reality is, how much do I actually care about the 4/4 dragon?
I love a good challenge. This should be fun.
No, it won't. You're gonna die. That is my stomach, ladies and gentlemen.
I summon you.
Yep, definitely. The other line of play would have been better. In my opinion, just saying.
lost.
I must accept defeat.
For now. I do want that land. So my opponent's trying to get under me and smork me before I smork him. While I just focus on killing off his planeswalkers. Ain't nobody got time for that. Surprise, motherfucker. That's the power of sheltering light, baby. Oh my wamoo. Shit that do. Easy peasy. So we definitely do want Sheltering Light. We want Adental Vanguards as well. I would go ahead and argue for Veil of Summer too, but it's not like, you know, we're not facing Esper. So there's actually, like, we could have counter spells, but I really don't think that's something we're going to be super concerned about. I think I will take out a couple of Reckless. I mean, I think I still would rather have... What about Cindervines? What about Cindervines? I like Domri's Ambush. I don't know if I like Reckless Rage. I mean, Reckless Rage is still good for the dragons that Sarkhan generates. So I guess I will keep it. I'm going to go with this. If it ain't broken, they'll fix it. We'll just add in the extra Adentos because they're just really good. I actually got wrecked by Sarkhan yesterday. These PW creatures, is their color red? I assumed they would be their mana color, but that turned out to be wrong, and I fucked up my God's Willing because of that. Aren't they red? The dragons should be red, though, right? Like, I don't understand you, man. Like, that should be how it works. Alright, I want to keep these 3 lands. I will drop the Defiant Strike. God damn, this is tough. I think I will drop the Season of Growth. Just keep it like this. It sucks, but I think that's what we gotta do. We'll lead out with the Sacred Foundry. Season of Growth is nice because it enables me to refill, but they're probably playing something like Narset. Maybe 10th District Legionnaire was questionable. I'm gonna go with 10th District.
Hone your prowess.
We could get wrecked by a Deafening Clarion now.
You are a mighty warrior.
But it's just something we gotta consider. as a possibility. And we gotta answer what's in front of us. We're gonna play around Spell Pierce here.
Feel the heat of my flames!
Hilarious. Alright, let's go for it.
Come on! I will consume
I'm gonna trade
you.
one of these Legionnaires
A dragon would rather die
for
than
the
lose.
Sarkin, but I'm gonna hold on to the God's Willing. I don't know why I paid for that, honestly.
I am not going to sit this one out.
And now we're like, bitch, please! Bitch, please. Feather plus God's willing, so P. Feather and God's willing is OP. And I got another one. Why am I singing? How do I lose this game? Oh, I'm an idiot. I should put blue. Just because I didn't put blue, I couldn't. That's pro plays. Pro plays, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
This is hardly my work.
Do, 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 do. Or do, do, do. He's searching for the cleansing Nova now. He doesn't have it already. And we are open to that. Oh, good play. But actually, no. Denied. There you are. GG, Mr. Magoo. Alright, we almost got a number. We almost got a number, boys. Holy mother of lag. We're gonna What am I gonna do with this? I'm actually gonna keep this. Okay, I'm already gonna assume this is a Scapeshift deck. I'm keeping this hand because I have a Paradise Druid, which means that I can actually play Feather on turn 3 with God's Willing Protection. Maybe not. Maybe this, yeah, I can actually, wow, I actually got exactly the draws that I wanted with this hand. God's Willing and Plains, like, that is actually what I wanted. That is 100% the draws that I wanted. Yeah, this is definitely Scapeshift. This has to be Scapeshift, but, Fodopiter? Or is it the combo? It's the combo deck. It's actually the combo deck. Regardless, we got Feather. We got Feather with Paradise. This is why I play Paradise Druid, so I can play Feather turn 3 and I can have the white mana to protect her with.
I would like to ask about any lunar anomalies you have. Let me aid your research.
He's going for Kethis. Okay, so the deck is built around Kethis. It's a combo deck. I haven't seen this deck actually in action. I faced it before, but I beat it, but they didn't really get anything going. Tamayo. Alright, I'm gonna go for the God's Willing. Just because I want to, yeah, I want to get a land here. I think Feather's losing certain things, but with God's Willing post-rotation, Feather's going to be very powerful. Wait. Why didn't it let me... Wait, what? What? I couldn't play the land, so I thought I was stuck in... That's pretty fucking dumb. Why didn't it let me play the land? Did I just click on it to... What the fuck was that? Like, I literally, like, I clicked on the thing because... this wasn't highlighted like this. Maybe it was like a bug or something. That really threw me off. Yeah, I would like to... Well, do I need to... I don't really need to Domri's ambush this, but I kind of want to. Oh, there. I didn't even see. I thought he was targeting me. Okay. Yeah, aren't you just like super dead? So we pretty much want to keep things more or less the same, if not completely the same. I mean, Tokatli Honor Guard does stop a bunch of his shit, if I recall correctly, so I think I do want to add in Tokatli Honor Guard. Cindervine seems great. Stops the combo with Mox. Yeah, the problem is I don't know what the combo is, honestly. Yeah, I guess he wants to Kethis. He basically Kethis with the Explorer and then cycles the Mox Amber. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Alright, we definitely need the Tokatli Honor Guard as a 3 of then. And we would like Cindervines. Let's go with this. I mean, every time we face this deck with this, we kind of like killed them before they even got close to getting their combo off, it seems. So I don't know just how vital Cindervines is, but I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? We have 2 of the counters to his strategy here, so... Yeah, I built the deck with like, you know, with the Excavationer? What's the chick names, the blue chick, what's her name? I think it's Excavationer. My English sometimes fails me though. Excavator, yeah. I built the I had the Demir self mill with Liliana, Death's Majesty. Was it Death's Majesty or what was her name? Okay, so I'm going to lead off with Tokatli Honor Guard. Denied! And now I'm going to go ahead and play Cindervines. Because why not? Oh, Mega Tokatli cucked. I'm gonna attempt to play Feather. Feather is vulnerable this turn, but I think Tokatli Honor Guard is actually more threatening to him. And if he doesn't remove Feather, then this is pretty much GG. Like, the game is quite literally over. Game is quite simply over. Could he have like a random set of the wreckage or something? I don't know. But I'm not gonna play around that. Because it would be odd for him to have, like, he looks like he's Esper now. Like, he's clearly 4 colors, but right now he's like all Esper. Oh my Wamu. Shindaru. I mean, when you have Feather and Season of Growth on the board, plus a Cindervine, like, I just... That game could not have gone better. Jesus.